done. Perfect. So you just slide it and stop it.
You stopped it.
Yeah, I think so. It's a bit of a different setup. Yeah. I think it's going live now.
That's all right, because they're going to be out in a second.
Yep, that's right.
Right, okay. I'll correct myself. It's fine. You're not going to go through a whole day and not get one single thing right. Oh, I love the flag.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah.
Love the flag, guys. Like that. Yeah. The time's coming out today, isn't it? I might have to dial this back a bit in a minute.
It's taken ages today,
Yeah,
isn't
I
it?
know, for whatever reason. Right, here we go. And ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome onto the pitch, please, your two teams, Walton and Hersham, and your very own Gosport Borough.
Hello everybody and welcome back to live coverage of today's blockbuster game. Many people are calling it the match of the day in the Southern Premier League South, where Gosport hosts Walton and Hersham. We've seen thrilling encounters here in the past, some really good games. Can that live up today here at the AEI Stadium? Well, it's time for me to run you through both sets of teams, Starting with the visitors. In goal for the Swans is Barker. 2. Riley Haran. 3. Ian Bolger. 4. Joey Jones. And that is their skipper today. 7. Mason Obeng. 9. Rogowski, who scored 2 goals in his last game in the Southern League. 10. Joel Powell. 11. Jack Wood. 14. Anis Nua. 20. Kua. And 23. Elliot Bolton. As for your Gosport team, it's Ryan Hall who starts in goal. And our skipper today is number 3, Rory Williams. He's partnered by Joe Morrison, Charlie Vasma, who has come back into the team today following his suspension. Adam Tommaso, he's back in the midfield, also alongside Harvey Solly. Arnaldo Kransnicki is 17 today. Ben Greenwood, number 21. Jack Fox, 23. Ethan Taylor, who has been a goal machine this season for Gosport, he wears the 25 shirt today. And also Dan Wooden, he returns to the starting 11. As for the Gosport bench, Benny Reid, he's on the bench. Charlie Gonson, Rafa Ramos, Kaya Shocker, and Trevor Caborn are 5 substitutes today. So the 2 teams just meeting in the middle. Rory Williams partnered with Joey Jones there in the centre circle. Jeremy, how good does it feel to finally get the commentary back up and running?
Yeah, a few technical problems, i.e. your smashed laptop.
Yeah.
But nice to see you got a new one, James. Well, good afternoon to you and good afternoon, listeners. It's going to be the toughest of tests to say. And yeah, lovely to be back on the air for those of you who can get here this afternoon. I reckon we are probably pushing about 1,000 here at the AI this afternoon, if not that, not far away. But very, very tough but attractive test for us this afternoon, James.
Well, it looks like a great day to be playing football. And to be fair, the crowd here at the AEI Stadium, it looks brilliant today. Really filled out, Jeremy.
Yeah, I don't think we're a million miles off the 1,000 mark. I reckon probably about 8:59. Obviously, the bar will empty out in a minute and give us a truer reflection. The team's just changing in, James. I can only assume that's to do with the sort of the stiff breeze that's sort of growing across the pitch and the sun, of course, on such a lovely sunny afternoon on a bank holiday. Well, I mean, what do you mean? Bank holiday where it's sunny? I mean, really? In England?
Unheard of, isn't it?
Unheard of, but it happens.
Well, I'm sure all the fans here today in the AI Stadium will be absolutely buzzing and waiting for today's kickoff. Walton and Hersham, they've brought their fans today. Some awesome flags to the left of us. Massive. I don't think we've seen such big flags here.
No, it's a sight to behold, isn't it? And what a fabulous show of support for the opposition this afternoon. And they'll know that their fans have come down the A3 and are behind them here.
Definitely. Well, the 2 teams just setting up. It will be Gosport who kick off this half. Jack Fox in the centre circle. As we're just everyone's right in the referee's whistle. Flags to both teams, making sure everything's all right. Gosport in our yellow strip today, and Walton and Hersham in an all-purple strip.
Yeah, playing into the sun as well.
Yeah.
That's going to be a full bit of a show.
And here we go.
Well, it's Jack Fox who kicks us off as Charlie Vasma immediately hacks one deep into the Walton half. It's gone back into defender Jones by the looks of it. Ethan Taylor pushing him to the ground there.
Yeah, a little bit petty, a little needless to start the game, but no need.
Well, Jeremy, I'm going to ask you a few questions about last Saturday's game. Really unfortunate defeat to Uxbridge, and really just did not look on it at all that day.
No, I just think it underlines my belief in this division. If you're not on it, wherever you go, you'll end up losing. It's such a tough division. It's such a competitive division with some really competitive clubs in it. And if you just, especially if you're travelling away from home, if you're just not on your game, you will end up losing.
Well, Jack Fox laying a great through ball into Ethan Taylor. Ethan Taylor wriggles through. It just found Dan Wooden, but a heavy touch saw it. But Harvey Solly's recovered it right at the penalty box, launching in a low-driven cross, and it's easily going to be gathered there by Barker. Tenacious from Solly, and that's what we can expect to see more of in this game.
I'd like to see more of it from him. He's such a bright young thing, such a prospect, and if Gosport can play the long game with his development, I think they'll reap the benefits of it, James, to be honest. So yeah, Gosport want a positive start. They want to lay down a little bit of a marker against the Swans this afternoon, and mainly to the supporters to say, yes, we accept Saturday wasn't great. We're going to give it our all today.
And a note on our visitors as well. I was speaking to Mark Summerhill in a pre-match interview before the game. He said it's going to be a challenging game, potentially one of the challenges 100%. We've had this far.
100%. And you've only got to look down their team sheet to see that with some quality players in there and a quality team to boot. And if Gosport get anything out of this, they can be quite happy, I think.
Well, ball gone deep into the Gosport half, but it sees Charlie Phasma pass it back into Ryan Hall. Rogowski chasing it down. He was nicknamed the Southern League Pele last Saturday, getting 2 goals. So definitely a player for Gosport to watch out for. And one thing actually, Jeremy, which I did find very interesting, a fan flagged this up to me. Gosport have the worst defensive record in the league this season.
I know, but you can't panic too much at this stage. You know, you've played 4. This is game 5. It's not great, but it's early doors, so don't panic about it just yet. What you've got is you've got a team that's come together. It's been heavily rebuilt over the summer, and they haven't quite clicked as a unit yet, I don't think. They've had some really good spells. They've had a really good win against Berkhamsted last weekend where they played well. Couldn't quite nail it at Uxbridge. So what they have to do today is make sure they are on their game today and show signs of progress.
2 minutes played of this first half. It is Gosport 0, Walton and Hersham 0. Walton and Hersham with possession. Rogowski midway inside Gosport's half. He plays it right into Wood. Wood coming forward, laying a good through ball there into Powell. Powell goes to the floor, and the referee flags for a Gosport free kick. Powell furious. Roy Williams perhaps lucky to get away with one there.
Yeah, he felt he was fouled. The referee disagreed, and on we go. Yeah, and on we go. But lovely to see. I'm just looking every time I look around the stadium, James, or waiting for Gosport to get this game back underway. I see more people coming out the bars and in through the turnstiles. I absolutely love it.
Well, it is labelled today as the Southern Premier League South match of the day. So hopefully we have a lot of action for the fans today. Charlie Phasma with the ball inside his own half. Dishes the ball high into the sky, nearly hitting Danny Hollins inside his technical area.
Yeah, there's not so many derbies today as I thought there might be, to be honest, because obviously you've got one down in Dorset, Wimbledon taking on Weymouth. That's going to be a belter. But you think on Bank Holiday Monday you could sort of pair up more local derbies than there are.
Well, we'll run you through some of those fixtures in the Southern League after Walton just finished this wave of attack. Just moving the ball around nicely between the defence and midfield at the moment. Bolton was on the ball, passing it into Rogowski in the centre circle. Well picked up by Dan Wooden just inside his own half. A ball chipped deep into the Walton half. And Barker had to come out of his box to head it away. Ethan Taylor bringing it down inside his own D before the referee on the near side eventually flags up.
Yes, the flag was straight up. The assistant was in no doubt whatsoever. But I thought the keeper did really well there, read the situation perfectly, came out and did what he had to do.
Well, let's look at some of the games today in the Southern League. Chertsey, they're hosting Wimborne Town. Dorchester, they're hosting Bracknell. Evesham versus Plymouth Parkway.
Are you sure you got the right fixtures up, James?
I think so. Oh, no, maybe not. I've got the league up. The problem's with a new laptop. Yeah. Well, on that note, I'll say a big thank you to Ian McKennis. Trying to escape
Smile and move on.
Yeah. Sound like a movie quite there. Well, you wouldn't get this in the Premier League.
Basingstoke leading Bracknell that we've got so far, I believe.
I'll try and get those scores in a minute as Wood with the ball inside his own half. He moves it right into Bolger. Bolger coming down this right-hand channel. Lays it through into the number 10 for Walton. Ball smashed in, headed away there by Joe Morrison. It's being chased down by Krasnicki, but forced nicely to a purple shirt. Nua on the near side. He passes into a bang. A bang with space. Cuts inside a solly. Goes for a low-driven shot. It forces a good stop there from Ryan Hall. Had to get down low to his right to parry away the shot. Out for a corner ball.
Given far too much room there for me. Henny Key had all the time he wanted to line up the shot. Good save from Ryan there. But got to be a bit sharper to that because with the players that are out there, they will hurt you.
Just under 6 minutes played here, still goalless at the AEI Stadium. Corner quickly taken, a ball whipped in. It's going to be a deep one, but well gathered there by Ryan Hall.
Yeah, the testing cross there because that was sort of starting to bend round and might have just snuck inside the far post, but the keeper read it well.
A note on Ryan Hall, I think, although conceding a fair few goals, he's looked really solid in between the sticks since joining the club.
He's actually been a very steady goalkeeper because the goalkeeper has been something of a problem position for Gosport since Toby Stewart left.
Yeah.
Because obviously we were blessed with Toby on loan from Pompey for a season, but since he's been gone, it has been a real problem position. So to get him to come in now and perform is a bonus.
You know what's even more interesting? He didn't even have a goalkeeping coach last season with Bogner. I was told this by Glenn House, so probably still a little bit rusty. One of the players
had their problems last year, and they've obviously ended up being relegated, but their losses are gained.
Definitely, and already made a good stop today. As Joe Morrison, he has possession inside his own half. Flicks it to his right foot before dealing a good cross. Can it pick out Dan Wooden? He climbs to win the header, heading it back to Tommaso, but Tommaso just unable to stick his foot out to receive the ball. Harvey Solly putting a lot of pressure on Haran on the near side. As Haran had to pass it forward, it's going to be picked up by Adam Tommaso inside his own half before Ryan Hall eventually hacks it forward back into the Walton half, in which Dan Wooden looking to try and get onto the end of. But Ethan Taylor, he's going to cushion it for the strikers. He picks it up, lays it out to Krasnicki just outside the centre circle inside his own half, back into Rory Williams. Williams, the Gosport skipper, looking up, got a lot of space as he passes back into Charlie Vasmer, who does come back into the team today following his suspension after seeing 2 straight yellow cards at the Farnham game. Probably one of the strangest red cards we've seen.
No, he just needs to learn to shut up because you gobbed off to the referee. 2 yellows within 30 seconds.
Rogalski excellently escaping 2 Gosport players there, looking to try and thread a ball through to Wood, but Wood just unable to get onto the end of it, thanks to cool keeping once again from Ryan Hall. Well, that is not a cool back pass there from Charlie Vasmer. It's a known goal by the looks of it. The last touch coming off of Ryan Hall. Rogalski celebrating.
I think Rogalski's going to claim that. I know it was a bit of a comical one, but I think...
Well, we were speaking in the pre-match build-up to Mark Summerhill. He was saying we really need to nullify stupid goals.
There we go.
That's a stupid goal.
Walton
and Hersham, they have taken the lead.
Yeah. Okay, because I hate announcing own goals. Right, 9th minute, I'm giving that. Ladies and gentlemen, goal for Walton and Hersham scored in the 9th minute. Scorer number 9, David Rogalski.
Well, Jeremy, just talk us through that goal while I do the tweet.
It was just nuts. It was crazy. It was just an utter mix-up. And yes, whilst the last touch came heavily off Ryan Hall, Rogalski was the main influencer in that, and a player of his experience has benefited from it, and Walton and Hersham have benefited from it, and they're 1-0 to the good. And again, we're literally only talking about comical defensive mix-ups, and there's another one. And here come Walton again down the right-hand side. Joel Powell here, making a run, just cuts inside, just lines the ball up to Anis Noor. Walton still just maintaining the pressure, then lose possession. Now Gosport must break out here, and Solly just not being given the room. Walton get the throw taken quickly by Kawaho, but Gosport do their best to get the ball back off the Swans, but the visitors, with some short, sharp, crisp passing, are on the move again. Mason Obeng cuts the ball in field, and Joel Powell now switching it to Bolton. There's some quick, incisive passing from the visitors here as they just stretching Gosport left to right. The shot comes in there from Noor. It's an easy one for Ryan Hall that time, James. So just shows you there's some lovely passing going on there, and Gosport were just having to just try and shepherd them, but they can't. They're just, they're going to have to liven up a little bit.
100% Gosport really yet to test Barker in goal for Walton and Hersham. Another careless pass straight into the Walton and Hersham attackers. This time it's Obeng on the ball as he lays it right into Kuahu. Bolton on the ball at the moment. Krasnicki putting pressure on the fullback. As Powell, he receives the ball 25 yards out. Rogalski slides it back into Powell. Powell outside of the 18-yard box. And it looked like
what are they up to out there?
Joe Morrison eventually clearing his lines, but this is not the start Gosport would have wanted to this game.
No, it's
Charlie Vasmer giving the ball away again. Obeng left of the 6-yard box, looking to cut inside. He threads the ball back.
Oh,
it just found.
I think he's not been able to prevent the corner, the deflection. Yeah. Ryan Hall scampered there, trying to sort of prevent the corner, and he couldn't. So Gosport are going to have to be on their toes again now, James.
Well, it looks like Wood, he's going to be the player heading over to take the corner on the left corner stick. The Swans hoping to capitalise and double their lead within the first 11 minutes here at the AI Stadium.
Yeah, it's Gosport need to certainly try and settle. But that, again, a little short corner routine.
Wow, short corner. It eventually just phased across the 6-yard box.
Yeah, a little sort of ball in there from Bolger, and sort of made its way safely wide, but at the expense of another corner here. So Gosport just need to stay tight, keep the marking tight, and just try not to do anything daft at the back.
Oh, the Swans with another corner. Do they plan to take it short again into Wood, or will they go long this time? The arm raised. The ball drilled in, an in-swinging one, but the referee does award a Gosport free kick.
Yeah, powerful header in, but it was irrelevant at the end of the day. But Gosport now have just that chance just to get the breath back and try and reorganise. They having sort of gone that goal down here. And the thing is, they knew the task that was in front of them this afternoon, James, and they knew they couldn't afford any sort of mishaps at the back. We've had one, they've been punished. So let's hope they take the lesson on board moving forward.
Ryan Hall with this goal kick. Krasnicki looks to try and win this header, but it's a good header from Powell, which sees it return back into the Gosport half. Charlie Vasman inside his own half. He launches a long ball there, headed backwards by Fox, and the referee does pull for a foul on Fox. Not really too sure there was much in it there.
No, me either. But I tell you what, though, Gosport will take it. They've got a chance just now to impose themselves on the Swans. If they can get organised, there's a really good opportunity here.
It's going to be Adam Tommaso, by the looks of it, taking this set piece, or is he going to leave it for Ben Greenwood? Yes, he will.
Is. Yeah.
The Farnborough loanee. What will he do here?
Probably going to angle one in towards the penalty spot, I'd imagine.
The ball is gone in. Can it find the head of Joe Morrison? Instead finds Charlie Vasma as Wood launches it over his head, but that's regardless anyway because the referee has pulled back for, I think, handball there he signalled.
Well,
just outside the Walton and Hersam box though.
Yep, if you are just joining us, welcome, good afternoon. 14 minutes played here at the AI Stadium, Gosport trailing to Walton and Hersam by a goal to nil, scored in the 9th by Rogowski. Well, that had overtones of an own goal though.
Oh, it's actually quite familiar own goals here at the AI Stadium. I think it was back in 2023, Walton and Hersam conceded an own goal right at the death of the game, if my memory serves me right. As Walton and Hersam there coming down this left-hand channel. It's a bang on the ball. He passes back. And now Powell in the centre of the park. He flicks a great ball back. It's going to be chased down by North. But Joe Morrison goes sliding in. Doing just enough to hit out for Walton and Hersham throw-in.
Really well timed challenge that from Joe. Really well done.
20 yards out on this left-hand side. Thrown into North. Back into Kuhoho. He plays the pass back into Noor. And I think our chairman, just summed it up well. It's getting too easy for the Swans. There's another ball drilled in. Once again, well gathered by Ryan Hall. Just looks like...
You can see the chairman's restless there, James.
Well, the distribution falls to Solly, but it's been headed over by a Walton head into the Gosport stand.
And then bounced back over the roof of the away dugout and surprised one or two of the visiting staff, I suspect. Yeah.
Charlie Vasma's sideward pass into Rory Williams. Williams, with his experience, delivers a good cross. It's flipped back by Ethan Taylor. Solly unable to get onto the end of it, but you can see what Ethan Taylor was trying to do there.
The intent was there. A weird bounce again. But yeah, where I'm still noticing though, where the pitch is brand new and only been played on a handful of times, it hasn't quite settled, and there's still a couple of unnatural bounces of the ball. So both teams will have to be slightly aware of that, I think.
Do you think it'll be something where we continue to grow as the season goes on? Look, a completely different side here.
The pitch will settle. The pitch will settle.
Our Gosport hopefully can turn this place into a fortress eventually. Already unbeaten at home this season.
Yeah, there is that. They've played 2 and haven't been beaten at home yet. Obviously losing at the moment, but there's still a long way to go with this.
As Jones holds possession inside his own half. To the centre circle it moves. Gosport starting to move up the line now. Applying pretty heavy pressure to Barker, who went long with the ball there. It's just gone a little bit wide of the Walton and Hersham technical box. It's Joe Morrison looking to take this throw-in. He's going to go for a long throw-in. Well shouldered down there by Fox, who returns it back into Adam Tommaso on the halfway line. Joe Morrison with the ball now. Back into Charlie Vasma. And Vasma here be looking to redeem himself now after more or less being the culprit, giving away the first goal.
Suspect there's a little bit of rust there because he sat out Saturday's game, as we've explained, because of his one-match ban. So it takes a little while to get back up to the pace of it.
Well, Charlie Vosmer giving away another ball there. This one being intercepted by Kuaho. Just returns back to the Swans' possession. And it looks like they're excellent at picking up these loose balls, Walton, already early on.
Absolutely. But on an aside, though, where he did sit out Saturday, at least he's got fresh legs, whereas some of the other boys perhaps still a little tired from Saturday.
Well, a very rotated squad today here at the AI Stadium. We've got the likes of Jack Fox back in the starting 11. Dan Wooden, a veteran here at the AI Stadium. Obviously, Charlie Vosmer. Yeah, it is his first full start. One player I am still quite excited to see. Seen a few glimpses of him today. Harvey Solly. For the Walton fans who may not know him, he has played in the England college setup.
There he is.
So does have international experience.
Yeah, he's a lovely prospect. As I said a little earlier, if Gosport can play the long game with him with his development, I think they'll reap the benefits. He's a youngster, a good quality youngster, and he can more than hold his own at this level. But obviously, at the same time, far from the finished article.
Joe Morrison looked to have held the ball a little too long there. Was the Beng applying heavy pressure before eventually he passed it back into Ryan Hall, and Ryan Hall has smashed it over the stadium.
Yeah, that's in Privet Place.
Would have got 6 points for that if he was playing cricket.
6 runs.
Yeah, 6 runs. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I take your sentiment.
Walton here with the throw-in on the near side. Kuaho, the man taking it. Throws it across into a Beng. The Beng back into Kuaho down this left-hand channel, just outside the penalty box on this left-hand side. Ball switched more centrally there. And they've moved it into the right-hand channel with Haran now. Wood. Back into Haran on the halfway line. 18 minutes played here at the AI Stadium. It is still Gosport 0, Walton and Hersham 1. This one's capitalising on a Gosport mistake. Rogowski putting it in the back of the net. They're looking for their second hours. They're on the attack. Wood on the ball. Krasnicki trying to snatch it off him, but the Walton man just shrugs him off. Wood playing a through ball into Powell, right of the 18-yard box. A ball delivered in. And once again, it's had to be parried away there by Ryan Hall, who went diving to his right to push it away.
Yeah, really good save from the goalkeeper there. And Walton showing their quality once more. And Gosport really haven't imposed themselves on this game at all yet. And we've played just shy of 20 minutes of it. That obviously needs to change from a Gosport Borough perspective, but I suspect the visitors will be more than content with the way it's panning out at the moment, James.
Will Danny and Glenn be worried about how...
I think it's too early to say worried. I think they'll be aware of the problems that are occurring out on the pitch, and they're going to want to try and do something about it. But here we go again.
Beng snatching a ball. It was a low-driven pass there. It's gone out for another Swans corner. It's relentless.
Yeah, it is, but there's just a slight disorganisation amongst the Gosport defence there. They're just... Yeah, I can't quite put my finger on it, but I think they're going to be aware of the problems they've got out there, and the half-time team talk is going to be a really important one. But in the meantime, they need to be very, very careful they don't go a second goal behind here.
Well, the Swans do have a chance to capitalise, trying to get that second goal through another corner on this near side. Swept in. It's a deep one. It's a menacing one as it finds Rogowski, but he just stabs it wide.
Difficult angle for him, to be fair, but a really good corner played in, and he slowly gave his marker the slip, but he sort of half lost his balance, half on his backside. It was a difficult angle, but again, he had a lot of space for such a quality player.
Ryan Hall switching it left into Ben Greenwood. Yet to really get on the ball so far within this first interval. Rory Williams, he switches it into Dan Wooden. It just evades the head of the Gosport number 9. As it falls back into Haran, Walton and Hersham right back, all the way back into Barker in goal. He's going to take his time as he switches left into Bulger. Back into Haran down this right-hand channel. Got a lot of pace. Can he use it here as he passes back into Barker instead? Walton really just taking their time here.
They're in no rush. What would you be? It's what I mean. Paul's just nailed it, sat to my right. There's no one really putting much pressure on at all. So they can afford to slow the game a little and just really look at it and pick the passes. But Yes, well, what can we say? It's a cracking crowd, but the home support haven't had a lot to smile about just yet.
Well, Dan Woodden looking to get on the ball. Instead, it's Harvey Solly. He reaches to climb the header. Jack Fox winning his duel as he passes it into Dan Woodden. Round 25 yards out of the Walton and Hersham goal. Solly losing possession on the near side. Jack Fox trying to recover it for the hosts as he goes charging in. Good work rate there from the Gosport number 23. Another player who we haven't really seen too much of in the league campaign.
Oh,
But going outside of the stadium, well, outside of the pitch
it's in
anyway.
the
Yeah,
stand.
I think it might have hit a fan there.
Yeah, it just bounced off someone's head. But that's the risk you take when you sit in the stand next to a football pitch. But yeah, I'll never forget one day when a football arrowed its way up here and nearly smashed these windows, and we sat here. That was quite the moment, I can assure you. But anyway, I digress.
Fox winning possession only for a short spell as Walton immediately win it back. That's been the story of the first whole half. Gosport have it, and then Walton just steal it straight away.
Yeah, we've got a stoppage in play here at the AI Stadium. Regowski is
Regowski
down, but he's quickly back up. So Rory Williams just having a chat with the referee. Rory, and Rory doing his captain's bit by getting Charlie Wassmer out of the area, because that's one player who really should have learned his lesson about dissent. But Rory, just having a chat with the referee Hillier this afternoon. But once all said and done, Walton will have the free kick, James.
The AEI Stadium with the Gosport fans singing. We did get mentioned actually by the Uxbridge CEO, saying we had one of the best away followings they've had at their stadium. So I think that's just testament to the Gosport support.
The support's been amazing this year, last year, this year so far. It's the same sort of core supporters who go home and away, and the club really does appreciate it. And the players really appreciate it. So I imagine they'll feel doubly disappointed if they don't deliver, especially like last season when you had, I think it was 70 you went to Merthyr.
Yeah.
That's not exactly round the corner. But they got a goalless draw, and to go to Merthyr last season and get something was a real achievement.
Well, for any Walton fans listening, Gosport definitely a club really looking to go on the rise within the next few seasons. Brought in the new pitch. Looks great out there, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a lovely pitch, and I like the way the ground's been really given some TLC over the summer. Looks amazing, and the attendance is slightly rising again so far this season. That's also good to see.
Just under 25 minutes played here. The Swans leading by 1-0. That goal coming through Regowski. Walton still looking for that second though. It's Wood in the right-hand channel up against Greenwood. He lays a pass into Powell. Powell 25 yards out into Regowski outside the 18-yard box. A shot lined up there from Wood. Well blazed over. But once again, Wood's having that opportunity to cut inside and go for a shot.
Far too much room allowed. They have got to learn the lesson, and very quickly, because otherwise, you've got players like him, Joel Powell, Regowski. They can all hurt you, and if you just give them the room, one of them will end up in the back of the net. But I'm not quite sure what's happening. Not quite. Yeah, I think
it would make sense.
Yeah, it would make sense. We're about 25 minutes in, and temperatures down pitch side a little while ago were 27 degrees Celsius. So it makes sense to give the players just have a couple of seconds. Yeah. So with that, James is tweeting, so I'll just recap what's happened in the first 25 minutes. Walton, the better side, without a shadow of a doubt here, listeners. They took an early lead. A bit of a defensive muddle for Gosport that allowed David Regowski to take full advantage, even though the last touch did come off Gosport Borough keeper Ryan Hall, sort of trickled its way slowly and painfully over the goal line and into the back of the net. Walton have been by far the better side here. Some lovely, good passing football. Gosport at times defensively lax. They are working. The work rate's improved for Gosport, but you can see now that the law is being very much laid down there by Danny, the joint coach, Danny Hollands. Glenn Howe's having his 10 pennyworth as well.